Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are checking out a new brand available in America, and it is called Makeup Obsession. Makeup Obsession has been available in London for quite a while. It's a London-based beauty brand, and it's underneath Revolution Beauty. So think Makeup Revolution, which we've actually had in the States for a while now. It's a brand that's available at Ulta, and it's really known for it's a drugstore, high-quality, affordable products. But this new brand is going to be available, or already is available, at Target. I went to mine a couple days ago and was able to find a pretty good selection, and my Target isn't the most up-to-date on new beauty launches, so I have a feeling your local Target probably will have the products as well, or you can check them out online. I will have all the products that I'm mentioning, a link down below to Target's website, which I think has pretty good shipping and all of that. You can also check them out on Makeup Revolution's website, because that's available too. But this is a totally cruelty-free brand. However, the majority of their products are vegan, but I'm pretty sure not all of them are. All of the products that I'm talking about today are mentioned as vegan and cruelty-free, but I don't think the entire brand is. I just wanted to let you guys know that. But if you want to check out more of my one brand reviews, I will have a link in the cards to a playlist with all of them and in the description box down below. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and let's dive on into it. Alright, first up we have the Pure Bake Baking Powder. That's what it looks like, and I have mine in the shade Transparent, and it retails for $7.99 on Target's website. I do believe that it retails for like $10 on Makeup Revolution or Revolution Beauty's website, so if that matters to you, there is a price difference. And also, Makeup Revolution's website does have a few more shades than the Target's website does as far as the powder shades go. But this shade I really like. It is for people who have paler skin or who just want a powder that's not going to be as tinted. I will say this was like a white. When I initially dipped my sponge in, put it onto my skin, and until I blended it in with a powder brush and wiped it off too, it was pretty white. I don't see any. I used it underneath my eyes and then on my chin. I don't know if you can see any white cast, but I really can't. And then I did do a flash test and I didn't see anything. However, that could just be with the lighting in here, so I don't know. But I will say this is a very finely milled powder, and I do really like that in a powder. This is kind of drying. I know that it's supposed to be a mattifying and setting powder, so with mattifying, sometimes when you do have drier skin, that's just kind of what you have to deal with. Initially, when I did kick off the bake, it was kind of cakey underneath my eyes, but I was able to blend that out with a brush and not see any splotchiness. You know how sometimes when you blend it out, you can get rid of the cakiness, but then it kind of creates an area where the powder isn't anymore? I didn't find that either. So it was pretty nice. One thing I will say that I have a problem with is you can see how this is what it looks like on the inside, and it does have a little protector, so it's easy to travel with in that sense, but it has, this little sifter on top, and whoa, it looks like smoke or whatever, but here's what it looks like. There's nothing protecting the product when you are using it. There's not little holes inside of the cap, so that's something to note. You either have to dip your brush in or pour it into the cap, which I would say to do. Also, the scent on this is kind of strong, kind of like flour. This product is very reminiscent of actual flour, like baking flour or whatever. So that is something to know. I don't really mind that because I think, when you're baking with your face, that's a really nice, the consistency of it. But it is just something to know. It's very, similar to that. So one standout product from everything I've tried from Makeup Obsession, if there's one thing that I can say this is really, really good, you should get this product, this is what I would say. It is the Makeup Obsession Be the Game Changer palette, which retails for $14.99. So I'll show you the inside of the palette, and then I'll do some swatches of it and, kind of give you a rundown. This palette does come with a mirror, and a pretty big mirror at that, but I am gonna, close it so I don't blind you guys. But here's what the actual palette, the inside, looks like. It has some warm tones and some cool tones, but primarily warm tones, and it has matte shades and shimmer shades. One thing that I have noticed, kind of a difference between these mattes and other mattes from drugstore palettes, they are very pigmented, and that does come with a little bit of, they're just very, very powdery. So there was a little bit of fallout, but that wasn't the main thing. It was just they were very powdery. When I would put some on my brush, it would get everywhere over the palette. I don't really mind that because of how blendable those mattes were. It really made it worth it. I think as a beginner palette, this would be really, really good. The shimmers work really well as well. I did like to use them either with my finger or with a spray, with my Fix Plus, because I did find they weren't the most pigmented, but they weren't nothing. You know how some palettes from the drugstore, their shimmers are just non-existent? These were not, and you'll see that in the swatches here in a second. So I swatched the shadows one swipe across the hand. I didn't do any go-overs, and I did dig my finger a little bit in the pan when I was getting them ready to swatch, just because that's how I would do it if I was applying them on my eyelids with my finger. So just to kind of give you reference as I'm going through these, and I am doing them row by row, so it'll be this four first, and that's going to be that kind of beige matte shade right there in the shade Simple. Then we have Wow, that shimmery champagne. Then we have Success, and then Coach. So those are the shades on the first row. Next up, we have these four shades right here, that second row, and those are Fighter, then that Hot Flamingo Pink Zinger, then Chance, which is that white gold shimmer, and then Honest, which is that taupe with kind of a mauve undertone. Now we have this third row right here, those four shades, starting off with Shade, that light warm tone brown, then that Brick Red, which is Cinnamon, then that Iridescent Pinky Violet, which is Adapt, and then finally Different. So those are the shades in the third row of the palette. Now we're on to the final four, those bottom four, starting off with Hot Stuff, then we go to Metal, then Swerve, and then Score. Makeup Obsession's highlighters, their powder highlighters, are like their mega highlighters. So this one is the Mega Lightning highlighter. So it's like a white gold type shade, which retails for $4.99. I believe all the mega highlighters do on Target's website. So here's what the inside of the product looks like. It is a baked highlight, which normally for me, I don't think they're quite as pigmented. I don't find them to be. This one is incredibly pigmented. Here is what the actual product looks like, the shade. Really pretty. This didn't really come off, like I expected it to be very like subdued, but it's very, very pigmented. Like let me show you, that's kind of swirling my finger in there for a second. Now let me show you the way it transfers. Like it is very like in your face, a highlight. I did use it with a brush today on kind of the high points of my face, just right here on my cheekbones and then a little on my nose, and I was able to really like make it more subtle because you guys know I'm not the biggest highlighter person. I do like a little but not a ton, so I did just take a like natural hair. It wasn't real animal hair, but it was like, you know, natural, not synthetic brush, which synthetic often applies a little bit more pigment. So I used a natural kind of brush and then I tapped it off to get rid of the excess, and then I used it on the high points of my face, and it seemed to be pretty natural when I did it like that. Now onto another highlighting product. This is the Let's Glow Liquid Illuminator, and these are little drops. This retails for $7.99 at Target, and I have mine in this pinky white shade, and it was really calling my name, which is weird because as I mentioned before, I am not a highlighter person. I don't love, you know, big in-your-face highlights, but this one is really pretty. And in these drops, they say you can use them in foundation, you can use them in body lotion, you can use it on the high points of your face, which I've done, kind of on my nose, on my cheeks, in my inner corner, which I don't know if you can do, but I also mixed it in like kind of my shadow. Like I put this down as a base for the glitter that I used from the palette, and I really like it. Like it's weird, like I don't find it to be caking or anything like that. They don't say to do that. I don't know if this product is eye safe or anything, but that's what I've been doing. So anyway, the way that the product works is you can do little drops. I've been using about 2, so that's what I'll show you. When I'm using it on like the high points of my face, I've been using about 2 drops, so that's what it looks like prior to rubbing it in, and now I'll do so to kind of show you guys. It just is like this really pretty iridescent, maybe not holographic, but just iridescent kind of a highlighter, and I think it's really pretty. So far, every single product that I mentioned to you in today's video, I've either really enjoyed or thought was just okay, but there's been no product that I was like, I really don't like this. Up until this product, and it is their lip gloss. It's in the shade Romantic, and it retails for $5.99. And I try to always be lenient towards products that are more affordable, just because, you know, you're not paying as much money for them. But then at the end of the day, I think about like $6 is still money, and I kind of think about, like, I've been topping this off all day with my NARS Ophelia gloss, which retails for $26, and I'd rather save up and get this. First off, this color just isn't what I thought it was going to be, and that's probably my bad. It just came off as a very like vivid pink on my lips, and I've been kind of making it a little more subtle throughout the day with this more neutral rosy like mauve shade from NARS, just to try and like tone it down, but it's still a little deceiving and I don't love that. But the main problem with this was the formula. It claims to not be sticky on its website, and it's not. That's not a problem. It's just, let me do a swatch of it real quick. You can even see, like, what does that look like? To me, that looks like a liquid lipstick. Very much so. And on my lips, it feels like a liquid lipstick. It's drying. It's not comfortable. It's not real dewy. It's just like a liquid lip. And, you know, if you're going to tell me that this is a lip gloss, I want it to be a lip gloss. Because I've made it very clear in the past that, like, I'll wear a liquid lip every, you know, now and then. but I'm not gonna go out and buy one anymore. Like, I am a lip gloss girl through and through, and this is not a lip gloss. If you are in the market for one, I don't know, this isn't it. And if you want to check out like my best lip gloss video, I have done that, like top favorite, then I will have that linked down below, but this isn't it. Alright guys, that wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for checking it out and supporting my channel. I always want to make it be known how much I appreciate your support. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure and give it a thumbs up so that I can know to continue creating one brand reviews. Also, let us know down below in the comment section what your favorite and least favorite products are from Makeup Obsession, if you've tried it, or Makeup Revolution, either one. I just love hearing from you guys. I hope that you guys have a great couple of days until I post my next video on Wednesday, and I will see you then. Bye!